Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to Get Jacked here in Ark Survival Evolved on the center map. Now, I've been having a ton of fun here in the center because everywhere is just amazing. You know, anywhere you check out, there's just an awesome place to explore, a tunnel to a different layer of the world, a different cave system or ruin structure. It's just really cool to check out all these different areas. So, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be bringing 5 more pretty awesome base building locations. Now, I've brought 2 other videos with 5 each, so we've gone through 10 so far. I think these 5 are just as cool, though. I've tried to pick out some on some awesome islands and all that kind of stuff. Now, do remember, if you're planning on building in any of the ruinous structures, you will take that increased cave damage multiplier, so be wary of that. You can always build around them and don't put anything important on the inside, so why don't we go out and check out 5 of these base building locations. We'll start out here with number 5. Alright, so here we are, base location number 5, and as you can see, we are on the kind of horseshoe-shaped island off to the very right on the map. Now, this place is obviously, you can kind of see it from the map itself, so people can seek this island out pretty easily, but if you come around to the back side of this, I think this place is awesome. Now, this location is amazing. I actually came here looking to build here on the server I'm on currently, and it was taken, unfortunately. But check out this huge little reservoir. It's like the advanced herbivore island from the island map. If you've been around that area, this is just like kind of like a bigger, more scaled up version. But check this out. We've got some metal over in this area. Obviously, with that little that huge area of water, you can bring in all of those water dinosaurs, all that kind of stuff, and store them pretty simply. So anyway, we've got a whole bunch of area to build. This is actually where I would kind of probably start my build, is right up in this area, and then build down into the little beach where I could start stocking up on some water dinosaurs when I was all set. But this place, as you can see, it's massive. So if you're planning on building here, you gotta be ready to build a lot of walls and scale up that building project. As you can see, you're gonna have plenty of metal and all that kind of stuff. Might not even have to leave the island. You will for obsidian, but everything else should be right around this area. So I think this place is really awesome. The islands are just an awesome place to build if you can get a hold of them early on in the game. So check this one out. We'll move into number 4. Alright, so here we are with number 4 in the countdown. Now, this one's actually just a little bit more for fun. Now, I really like this spot, and there's a really cool key feature that I just kind of flew past, but we'll get to in a second. Now, this place has got a spot right up here that's going to contain a lot of metal and actually a really good flat spot to build. Now, look at, here's all the metal and the crystal as well, and I kind of breezed through the map there, so here's another good look at where this spot is. Now, we've got our metal, we've got our crystal here, and right below us is going to be that little flat spot right in there that we'd actually be able to build into. Now, what we've also got is a little bit of a beach front on the other side. As you can see, we could go and build throughout this whole little flat area. Once you clear out this stuff, it's actually a lot of space. Now, if you head right down to this area, you're going to find... Wait till we get to it. This is awesome. It's just kind of like this entrance to the center of the world. I think it's really cool. I kind of showcased it in one of the cave locations videos that I did. Now, this is really cool. And actually, a couple people, I think someone tweeted it to me, and someone actually commented on the other video about this spot. So, I know a lot of people have been talking about it. This is the spot, and it's really cool. So, check this out. We've got this little hole. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Alright, so if we head down into this, we're actually going to find ourselves. Look at this. I hope we can, I've got infinite stats on. We don't have to worry about drowning or anything. So, you can actually make this in one breath and all that kind of stuff, so you don't have to worry about that. And you can, I don't know if it would be very beneficial to actually come down here too unprepared, because you can't actually do too much. Now, I'm kind of showing you this for a reason, because you could actually, you know, incorporate this. If you built up there and you didn't want to take the structure damage, you could build, you know, your main base and all that kind of stuff right there. But then you could build down into this lower area down here, which would be, you know, just insanely awesome. Now look at this. I think we'll just hop down, but I'll just kind of show you where this leads to. As you can see, we've taken our little water path from that hole. Are you ready? let's just jump down and see if we land this. So as you can see, if we just head down here, just wait for it. A whole underground world is what that place leads to. Like, how cool is that? If you built up there, you've got your own little passage. Oh my god, and you can survive. You survive jumping from that height down into this amount of water. Alright, so that was number 4, mostly for how fun it is. Now let's head into number 3. Alright, so here we are with number 3 in the countdown. Now this is actually where I chose to build, in the center. Currently I'm kind of doing a little build here. I think it's really awesome. Now, this is the entrance kind of into the island. It's kind of this little strip of water that kind of leads to a central kind of lake here, as you can see on the map. Now, as you can see, it's all built up on the side, so you can kind of, I'm kind of planning on building throughout this whole upper area and all that kind of stuff, with the main base project being, you know, focused on this center lake and all that kind of good stuff. So anyway, we've got all this. We've got our lake, which you can bring your megalodons and all that kind of stuff into. We've got a whole ton of upper structures to build onto with, of course, metal and crystal and all that kind of stuff. So you've got your metal, you've got your crystal. Like I said, on the other island, there's no obsidian anywhere located on any of these, so you actually do have to go out. You've got to get your obsidian from, you know, the Skull Island or something like that. But as you can see, there's crystal just scattered throughout this whole area. This whole spot up here is flat, and I think it would make for a really good spot for the base if you weren't looking on building your main part down below. But this is actually a really awesome spot. You got your whole island to yourself. I'll fly up here to the top just so you can see kind of the scale of how large this island is. So as you can see, look at that. It is massive. Its own little structure itself. Alright, so here we are with number 2 in the countdown. I think this place is super sweet. It's kind of like an island, but it's more of a peninsula. But it kind of feels like an island. I don't know. If you look around over here, you're going to find a bunch of ruinous structures. Now remember, you will take increased damage if you build inside of those. So if you're trying to build some main parts of your base, try and do that on the outside if you're on a PvP server. Otherwise, just go crazy and build throughout there. Now here it is on the map. I think this place is just awesome. Now it's got some staircases that lead up to the top. It's got, of course, 2 layers of ruins, and you've got a whole bunch of different areas that you can kind of build on this area. Now there is, again, metal on the structures around on the top, all those little ledges and all that kind of stuff. So you've got this little courtyard type area right here that you can kind of store your dinosaurs in and all that kind of stuff. And then we've also got ruins, some just standing ruins, some staircases, and just a bunch of crazy things over here. I think it's really cool. So as you can see, I'll kind of take a little flyby of this side of the island, but you've got like the beach going on. You've got, you know, the palm tree. I don't know. I think everything all together with this base building location, I think it would be really cool to build at. And of course, if you're not worried about that increased structure damage, of course, you could pretty much put your whole build inside of the ruins there. But anyway, we've got, as you can see, we've got our metal up in this area, of course, and we've got all kind. And this is also pretty centrally located on the map, so it's a nice location for getting to all the other spots as well. So as you can see, we actually don't have any metal up in this spot. I thought there was some over here, but there is metal over in some of these other areas. So this is number 2. Let's move on to number 1 in the countdown. Alright, so here we are, number 1 in the countdown. As you can see, we're in kind of like the middle of the southern jungle region, kind of near all the beaver dam spawns and all that kind of stuff. If you're playing on the center map and you're looking for cementing paste and those beaver dams and all that kind of stuff, this is the area that you're generally going to be coming towards. But anyway, As you can see, we've got our little lake over here with our beavers swimming around. We've also got ruins further up to the, as you can see right ahead of us, we've got ruins up in there that you can definitely utilize. We've also got a passageway leading up to the top, but what's really cool is we've got this little or big underpass that you can take your dinosaurs through and kind of utilize both sides of this little flat landscape. Now, as you can see, the upper part up here is also pretty dang flat, so you can also use this in part of your build or whatever you'd like to do. I'd actually probably build up here so you don't get the structure damage, and then just kind of seal off that little tunnel down there and use it at your own convenience. But anyway, we've got all this other stuff going on. We've got a staircase off to this side, as you can see. These just kind of lead all throughout the area, but this kind of network of stairs kind of make a really cool spot over here. I think it's really awesome, and I plan on probably using this in the near future to do some base building. If you like this video, definitely hit that thumbs up and help me out. This is where we're going to stop for today, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and of course, we'll catch you next time.